At the southern tip of the African continent, between roughly 22 degrees and 35 degrees south of the equator, where the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean meet, lies a country that defies geographical expectations. This is South Africa, positioned at a junction where powerful systems collide rather than fade into one another. Geography usually rewards size. On large landmasses like the United States, distance allows climates and ecosystems to transition gradually over thousands of kilometers. South Africa doesn't have that buffer. The same forces are compressed into a space roughly 1/8 the size. That tension is built into the landscape itself, ranging from the coastal plains over the Great Escarpment into the massive interior plateau. The result is a country where climate, terrain, and ecosystems change faster and more abruptly than they should. When viewed through the Köppen climate system, South Africa contains 13 distinct climate zones packed tightly within a single border: desert, subtropical, Mediterranean, and alpine conditions. And that's not an exception, it's the pattern. To understand why South Africa looks and behaves the way it does, the story has to begin where these forces first take shape, at the coastline. Along the west coast, the Atlantic Ocean crashes against the shore, but this is not the Atlantic most people imagine. It is shaped by the Benguela Current, a vast, slow-moving system that rises from deep below the ocean's surface. This water originates more than 1,000 meters down, where sunlight never penetrates and temperatures hover near freezing. As it wells up along the southwestern African coast, it brings with it nutrients that have been accumulating on the seafloor for thousands of years. Cold water cools the air above it, reducing evaporation and preventing clouds from forming. Rainfall is suppressed before it can begin, but the Benguela does something else. It creates fog, dense, persistent banks that roll inland for miles and reduce visibility to near zero. Early Portuguese sailors navigating this coast called it As Areias do Inferno, the sands of hell. The indigenous sand people of the interior had their own name, the land God made in anger. And for good reason. The combination of the cold current, the fog, and the treacherous offshore rocks has claimed more than 1,000 vessels along this coastline, from Portuguese caravels in the 1600s to modern fishing trawlers. Their skeletal remains still litter the shore, bleached by sun and salt, giving the stretch of coast its name, the Skeleton Coast. This is why South Africa's west coast is dry. It's why the Namib Desert stretches southward into the country, and why places like Port Nolloth can receive barely 50 millimeters of rain in an entire year. The desert here isn't caused by distance from the ocean, but by proximity to it. On the eastern side of the country, the system reverses completely. The Agulhas Current flows south along the coast of Mozambique and KwaZulu-Natal, carrying warm tropical water from the Indian Ocean. Surface temperatures typically range between 22 and 26 degrees Celsius, and the current moves with remarkable speed up to 5 kilometers per hour, making it one of the largest and fastest ocean currents on the planet. Warm water heats the air above it and loads it with moisture,